A viral video circulating online shows a violent confrontation involving U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, agents in Minneapolis that has sparked widespread outrage and intense political debate. In early January 2026, during a large immigration enforcement operation ordered by President Donald Trump's administration, an ICE agent shot and killed a 37-year-old woman named Renee Nicole Good, who was driving her SUV during the encounter. Federal officials initially claimed that the agent acted in self-defense, saying Good attempted to ram officers with her vehicle. However, video footage and eyewitness accounts raised serious questions about that narrative. In the footage, shared by the Department of Homeland Security and other outlets, the shooting appears to occur as Good's vehicle was moving away from the officer, not directly attacking him. Some analysts and local authorities said the video did not clearly show her trying to hit the agent, contradicting initial claims made by the Trump administration and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Noem described the incident as domestic terrorism, saying Good weaponized her vehicle, a characterization that many local leaders and independent observers strongly disputed. Following the release of the video, President Trump called the scene horrible to watch, but stood by the ICE agent's actions, insisting the officer fired in self-defense after being hit. He described Good's behavior as disorderly and said he didn't want to see nobody get shot. Trump's public statements defended the agent while repeating claims that the vehicle struck him, although the footage did not clearly support that version of events. Local leaders, including Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, pushed back publicly against the federal narrative and urged ICE to leave the city. The shooting triggered protests and calls for accountability from activists, human rights advocates, and some political figures. Demonstrations took place near the Minnesota state capitol, and the incident reignited debates about the role and tactics of ICE in immigrant communities. Critics argued that the fatal use of force was unnecessary and reflected a broader pattern of aggressive enforcement under the Trump administration's expanded immigration crackdown. The Department of Homeland Security has continued to release or promote video clips of the incident to support its account, while alternative angles and analyses shared online show discrepancies between official explanations and what the footage appears to depict. Some analysts noted that the ICE officer was not clearly in the SUV's path when shots were fired, and questions remain about whether the threat justified deadly force. The situation has become a flashpoint in national conversation about immigration policy and law enforcement in the U.S., with media outlets and lawmakers sharply divided in their coverage and interpretation. Supporters of the administration have emphasized the dangers faced by federal agents and framed the incident as part of a necessary crackdown on criminal activity and border violations. Opponents argue that the incident exemplifies excessive force and the human cost of aggressive immigration enforcement, particularly in cities with large immigrant and minority populations already sensitive to police violence. In response to the public backlash, Trump's defenders have continued to push the self-defense narrative, while critics demand independent investigations and accountability for the use of lethal force. The episode also brought renewed focus to how video evidence is used and interpreted in high-profile law enforcement cases, especially when official statements and local accounts diverge.